Hey, what's up, everyone? I am here with a video I think is interesting. Let me start this way. You know how sometimes people who, let's say they're religious and they want to talk about their religion because for them it's a very fulfilling thing and they think it's a wonderful thing that makes their life better and they want it to make your life better. Or maybe they have a suggestion about a restaurant and the restaurant's fantastic and they want you to enjoy such a fantastic restaurant. You get the idea. Well, that's kind of how I am with prepping. I feel kind of like I don't know, I kind of feel relaxed knowing that I'm prepared for a lot of bad stuff that might happen and whatnot. Plus, I like gadgets and gizmos and all that kind of cool stuff. So I bought some gifts for some people that I work with, and I just kind of wanted to share this with you. Kind of like it's almost kind of like I try to spread the good word of prepping. So you've seen a couple of these things on the channel previously. Now, this is one of them. I picked up a couple of these at a couple of these at Harbor Freight from my house. I love them. Even my wife loves them. Now, my wife, like, she's kind of into prepping and stuff, but she actually got excited about these things when she saw them. These are the Luminar outdoor lanterns that you get at Harbor Freight. So basically, you screw the bottom off, and it comes with batteries, and there are 3 batteries on the bottom, AA batteries. And, it's pretty cool. You got handles here so you can hang them or you can carry it around with you. And then you lift this up and let there be light. Whoa. I think this is about 200 lumens. So it's not an overwhelmingly powerful light, but it does the trick. Now, I'm giving these to some people that I supervise. It's about 10 people. And I kind of like to give people stuff that they can find useful in a pinch. Like one time I had this like a Secret Santa thing, and I bought one of my coworkers. It was like a 10 or 15, I think it was like a $10 or $15 limit, and I bought her not the specific one, but I bought her Saber Red pepper gel. And my wife said, "You shouldn't give her that. You should give her candles or something like that. That's what women like, candles." Well, I didn't. I gave her a Saber Red pepper gel. About a year or so later, she was telling me that sometimes she's out late, she's walking her dog and all that, and just in the middle of the conversation, she tells me about how somebody at work bought her pepper spray like a year and a half ago, and she loves it, and that she keeps it in her house, just in case like an intruder comes in, and that she wanted to pick up another one. I'm like, that was me. She's like, really? And she loved the gift, which of course made me want to run home real fast and tell my wife, haha, she loved the pepper spray, which I did do, by the way. I have to admit, I did. So, like I said, I have a bunch of people who kind of work for me, so I can't buy them all like $20 gifts or anything because I don't make that much money. But I did think this was a really cool gift. I picture, especially during the wintertime, maybe people losing power for a period of time. Or if they're anything like me, sometimes one of their pets might run out of the house and you need some light in an emergency. And I think this would be a really useful thing for them. Especially made me think that this last year, I know there was a big snowstorm coming, and they were telling people to make sure you get out and get flashlights. And then I'm going to Dollar Tree and stuff. Now I didn't get flashlights at Dollar Tree, although you know what I have in the past just to review. But I have flashlights, and I'm seeing that they're totally cleaned out of flashlights. Walmart, not many flashlights, and it's because a lot of people just aren't prepared. They don't think to get a flashlight or a lantern or something. And then when the moment comes, it's like, crap, I don't have that because they don't think to buy it for themselves. It's kind of like having a fire extinguisher. A lot of people might not have it and they don't really want one until there's a fire. But if they had it beforehand, they might say, well, it's not something I'd buy, but it's nice to have the peace of mind. That's really the reason why I want to get this. I want to kind of give people some peace of mind and maybe get them something useful that they might not have felt that they had to get themselves. So this is what I got those people that I work with. So I picked that up. From one of my other coworkers, she kind of parks away from everyone else because of where her spot is. So, I told her, I was like, you should pick up some pepper spray. And she said, yeah, I really should. Now, she's not someone who is, into firearms or knives or anything, so pepper spray would be the most violent thing I think she would want to use. And even that, I think it would be like a last resort effort. So I think something like this would be excellent for her. I ended up getting the gel because from everything I've heard, the gel is a little bit easier to focus the stream and less likely to have blowback. So it looks pretty good. And from everything I've read nothing but good things about Saber Red, so I was pretty happy to buy that. Now this is an Anker flashlight. I absolutely love Anker flashlights and Anker power banks and Anker power cords. I love Anker products. So this is the Anker Boulder LC30 flashlight. Now for obvious reasons, I don't want to go pulling this out of the box because it is a gift. But again, I'm just going to put that there. So if you want to check it out, you can. I pictured, boy, the focus. There we go. Now it's focusing. This was about, I forget offhand, I think it was about $7. Unfortunately, it's not one of the rechargeable ones that you can use off a power bank. It does use batteries, AA batteries, but I figured this would be really good to fit in her purse because this isn't big at all, and it's going to be a lot smaller when it's out of the box. Here's a little diagram for what it looks like too. So I'm figuring that between the pepper spray and the flashlight, she'll have a little light to show her way, and a little bit of protection. So at the very least, I hope it provides some peace of mind and some convenience for her. Now, for my other two coworkers, they're not like knife people by any means, but you know how some people they hate knives. Like to them, like a knife is like equivalent to an AK. It's like this terrible, awful, dangerous thing. Of course, they'll have big knives in their kitchen that they're slicing stuff up with left and right. But, like a 2 or 3 inch pocket knife is this crazy, dangerous thing. Why would you ever have that in your pocket? Well, my two coworkers aren't like that. They're kind of like regular people. They see the value in carrying a knife, but they're not like knife people. So I thought it would be cool to get them a multifunctional knife. Now, again, I don't want to take these out of the box. These are the Kershaw Antic because, it's a gift. I want it to be nice and new. But fortunately for us, I know I will show you the box just so you can check that out. It's the Kershaw Antic model 8710. And nothing much to look at there. But fortunately, if you watch my other videos, you've seen it on the station and it's right here. I actually bought this for my wife, about a year and a half ago. And I bought this for a multitude of reasons that I'd like to share. Now, I'm a knife guy. I know like the laws for states that I travel to, and sometimes I'll be like, okay, I'm going to this state today. I can't bring this knife. Okay, so I like this for people who might carry it every day because it's something that's like legal everywhere. Because if you look at this, I think it's got like a 1.5 inch blade. Yeah, let's measure that a little bit here. Let's see. Yeah, so the blade is, I would say maybe from the top of the handle here. Let's see, it's about maybe 1 3/4 inches, if even that long. So it's 1 3/4 inches. It's not the fanciest steel. As you can see, it's HCR 13 MOV. Like I said, I like that it's a quality company. I do really like Kershaw knives. And I like that it has the thumb stud. It has a short blade, so it's legal like pretty much, I would think, everywhere, to be honest with you. It's got a clip. It's a sturdy clip, not huge, but it's a sturdy clip. I like that quite a bit. I like that as this finger ring. More on that in a moment. Now, I have big hands, so I have to, as you can tell, even me, though, I got to tell you, even though I have big hands, I still like it because I can just kind of put my hands around the swell over here. And then it does have some jimping here, which is nice. And as far as the liner lock, it opens and closes easy. Very easy to do. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by showing them the two main reasons why I bought this for them. One is the utility, and one is, let's call it the other reasons. For the utility reasons I bought this for them is because it's small, so it's easy to carry. It has the small blade that's probably legal, and if not every state, almost every state. I believe this ring here, yes, I am. Actually, I'm correct. This can be used as a bottle opener. See, it has that little tab over here, and then it has the ring, so you can kind of open your bottles with this. So all of a sudden now, count with me, you got a knife, you got a bottle opener. Check this out right here. You have a flathead screwdriver right in there, and you have a pry bar. So that's all the utility, legal reasons, and convenience reasons why I thought this would be excellent for them. Now the other reason, and this is why I got it for my wife. You put your finger in here, you hold it like this. Nobody really sees it. You look fast, just looks like you're wearing a ring. So that's pretty cool. It kind of melts in your hands. The other reason is because you keep it on your finger, it's very easy and fast to deploy. If a bad guy tries to steal your purse, well, you got a blade here, and you got a metal ring. Oops, sorry about that. You got a metal ring here, and you got something here that's kind of sharp and pokey. So, whether you're going this way or this way, back and forth, it actually makes a very good, very concealable self-defense tool, which I like very, very much. Let's say you're walking in a neighborhood you don't like. You could just keep that right in your hand. It's barely noticeable. It can do quite a bit. Like I said, you can use this to strike. You can use this to cut. Like I said, not much of a, pointy, pokey knife, but you know what? I'd rather have this than nothing. And then when you're done, you can open up a bottle of soda. What's better than that? So I just wanted to kind of show you. I also picked up some things that I consider useful for my wife, but I don't want to show those because she might actually watch the channel. So I don't want her to know what I might or may not have gotten her. It's a surprise for her if she's watching. But I would encourage you to kind of like look into some of this stuff. Maybe get stuff that people might need at some point, or you think might be really useful for them. Like another example, one of my coworkers, her dad really likes tools and fixing things. And I was telling her about a multi-tool I had. So she thought it looked pretty cool. So I brought it in one day and I showed her. She loved the multi-tool. Wasn't really familiar with Leatherman. But once she was, handling the multi-tool and saw all the stuff it can do, she loved it. She said it's like really sturdy. It does a ton of stuff. It would be very convenient for him. So she's going to buy one, for her dad. It's good to try and expose people to all the stuff that's so useful. Like right there, when he gets his Leatherman, the old saying, 2 is 1 and 1 is none. Well, right there, he just duplicated a lot of his stuff. So if he's got some tools in his car or his truck, which I imagine he probably does from what I know of him, well, guess what? Now he just has two of everything or a lot of things. He'll have an extra knife, an extra saw, an extra screwdrivers, an extra file, just because he's holding that Leatherman. And same thing here, you're kind of providing people with a new tool or a new device that they might not have had before. And if they do, you gave them some depth, because I don't know about you, I don't think you can have enough lights, defensive equipment, or knives. I just love having that kind of stuff, as you can tell by looking at the station. So just a little something I want to discuss with you, maybe plant a seed for you to plant in someone else's head to try and get things that are, important in an emergency, or, just make your life a little easier. Like having that bottle opener, having the knife to open those packages or cut some rope or whatever. You know how it is. All right, I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like if you do, and I will talk to you later.